We do balloon and flower decorations.
Balloon and flower. Okay.
Yeah, to people who want to throw a party.
Can you go in here?
Yeah.
Just so they can hear you.
Okay. Our revenue is 400K, and we would like for 2025 to be to $1 million.
Okay.
400K to $1 million decorating balloons and flowers. Sounds simple until Alex Hormozi exposes the real bottleneck killing this business. Welcome back to Daily Revenue Report, and in this high-impact breakdown, Alex Hormozi reveals why over-delivering is secretly destroying your margins, the brutal truth about why you're not landing high-ticket clients, and the one move that can instantly scale your revenue fast. If you're running ads, chasing growth, and trying to break into bigger deals, this is a must-watch. So hit that like and hit that subscribe button because we drop videos like this every single day.
Well, what's stopping me? We went through like a strategy to go from small events to bigger events because we wanted to do a higher ticket client. So what we were doing is over-delivering, making it bigger than they already paid for. So the next one is going to see what we already did and make it even bigger and bigger. That's how we went here. So what is your advice? Is this something that we need to continue doing, or because we are in that position that our events are pretty big now, but I feel like we don't have the good amount of percentage of closing deals with high ticket clients.
So, okay, so how different is the deliverable in terms of your operational strain for small, middle, big events? Like, is it, because, so it's important to zero in on an avatar if the operations or the delivery is materially different, because then basically it's like you have two different businesses and you don't want that. But if let's say I have a painting business, whatever, and me painting something this big or this big is more or less still me with a brush and paint, and it just takes me less time to do this than it takes me to do this, then I'm way more flexible on having a product that can serve a smaller avatar that there might be a lot of volume with.
Exactly.
And so that's the question to you. Is it materially different? Is it very different to have big people versus small people?
We talked about this before. Bigger isn't always better when it comes to your size of your client, right? When you're going after whales, you have to play the game very differently. In the last video we did, one of the guys was going after whales, but then he had to deal with their payment terms, right? Really big companies, they understand that they don't want to pay up front. So they have net 30, net 60, sometimes net 90, right? Where they're not paying you until 90 days after you complete your project. Now, that's not the issue in this video. The issue here is the margins of over-delivering on these huge projects is actually really small. So you're not actually really making that much money and you're doing tons of work, but you want to really please these big clients so they refer other big clients to you because it's really hard to get big clients. Now, what Alex Hormozi is suggesting is if you can just service these smaller clients and it's taking you less time and you're making more money per the hours that you put in, it'll actually really help you, and it's so much easier. You don't have to over-deliver on these projects. You deliver a project, you do really good on it, right? You have really good balloons and flowers. You do what they ask of you, but you don't have to go 20% over and beyond and kill your margins here like you do on these bigger clients.
Little people.
It is different. Like there's a significant difference. But we're still gonna use kind of the same time to do the same thing. Like if I'm going to an event, to do an event, and it's small, I'm still going to use kind of the same time that I would use for the
but you don't make the same
event.
margins.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, if it costs you the same and you just have to charge less, I'm not a fan. So it said differently, if you could have only the bigger events, would you just do that?
I would definitely.
So then you have a lead gen issue.
So now with a clearer understanding of her problem, it's not actually that she it takes less time to do these small clients. It actually takes just as much time. Now the margins are smaller, but if you have these big clients and the margin's smaller, if it's a $100,000 event at 10%, you make 10 grand. If it takes you the same amount of work as doing an event that's only 20K, but you make 20%, you only make 4K, then yeah, obviously it makes sense to go after these big clients. But the problem still remains, how do you get these big clients? Because her strategy before was, well, we kill the margins on this event because we over deliver, so that other companies can see how good we did on this, and then they'll hire us based on that, plus referrals.
Okay.
So you have to be able to get the type of customers that you want from marketing and advertising. That's the issue. So this is great, because this is a common thing where it's like, should I change my business model because I only have this many of this person? Well, unless the marketplace, like given your revenue, now if you were at like, call it 30 million a year or 80 million or 100 million a year, I'd be like, you might have a huge chunk of the market. And so at that point, it's like, it's a strategic move of like, okay, we're gonna try and capture this other market too. And we have a way of going after these small minnows with a much leaner process that we can get down to just as good of margins as our big one, because we've gotten really efficient so that we can serve those people faster, it doesn't take our time, blah, 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 right? That would make sense. But given the fact that you're at 400 a year, we just need to get more customers that are the right fit.
Exactly.
So yeah, that's what I'd be focused on. And so let's click one more. So how are you getting your customers right now?
So everything is through referrals and paid ads on Instagram.
Okay. What
do
percentage
have-
is paid ads?
I'm sorry?
What percentage of the business is paid ads?
It's around, I think it's around 80%.
Okay,
Or
so yeah, so
maybe
majority
70.
ads. Okay, fine.
Yeah, it's mostly ads.
Okay, so what stops you from spending more money on ads?
If you've watched Alex Hormozi or my videos covering Alex Hormozi for any length of time, you knew that question was coming. And we see this in every industry. What stops you from running more ads? You're running ads, 80% of your business is coming from ads. You're only at 400,000 a year. Can't you just like go outside of your market a little bit? Can't you just spend more money and get a little bit higher of a cost of acquisition? Can you switch to Facebook instead of just Instagram? These are all questions you have to ask, but 99% of the time, there actually isn't anything holding you back except for yourself. You don't want to spend more money. It's scary. It changes things. It's harder to manage. You need more salespeople. But if it's the bottleneck of your business, you have to do everything that's in your power to be able to get more customers. And if all of your customers, 80% of them are coming from paid ads, just run more ads. What's the issue here? Then when you complete those projects, you'll also get more referrals, right? So run more ads, get more referrals. Seems pretty easy to me.
Well, let's do that. Yeah, let's do that. Forget the small fries. If you can just spend more and you still have good LTV to CAC, so how much it costs you to get a customer versus how much you make, if that's still good.
Yeah, it's good right now. It's like 58.1.
Yeah, let's spend more. Like, this is great. You're selling air and plastic. I love it. Like, and little kids. So it's great. I think you just need to gas it. You need to just push down. Yeah.
Thank you.
No, you're great. Yeah, absolutely. Congratulations.
Thank you.
If you're still stuck chasing small deals when you know you should be landing bigger clients, this is exactly why Alex Hormozi focuses on leverage and not just effort. We break down real strategies, real numbers, and what actually scales every single day. So hit that like button and smash subscribe so you don't miss the next one.